Hello, and welcome to this episode of The Weekly Rewind, presented by Attractions Magazine. I'm your host, Theron White, and this week we go from Monday the 24th till Sunday the 30th. Starting on Monday, we are at Disney's Animal Kingdom to get a preview first look at the new cast member costumes coming to Pandora, the world of Avatar. So we can check out here a bunch of the different bright colors and designs they're going to be at, whether it's the restaurant, the bar area, the store, or inside of the attractions themselves. We were also able to get a close-up look at what the name tag is going to be for all the cast members who are inside Pandora. Now, it still is going to show that your hometown, but a little bit smaller now and a lot more focused to like the Ace theming instead of the Walt Disney World theming itself. Then, on Tuesday, we learn about the new expansions coming to Tokyo Disneyland. Now, this expansion is going to be the biggest at the resort since the grand opening of Tokyo Disney Sea in 2001. It's expected to be finished in 2020. There's going to be included a spot from Beauty and the Beast, kind of like our new Fantasyland, but focused heavily on Beauty and the Beast. There is also going to be the expansion to rebuild the town of Arendelle from Frozen, as well as a new spot to meet Baymax and hang out with Minnie Mouse. Moving on to Wednesday, we are in Tomorrowland at Walt Disney World, where the new Ikan Robot is driving around Tomorrowland, meeting guests, playing music, dancing, and having a ton of fun. Now, this was a random surprise. It just sort of came out one day. No real word from Disney as to what his exact backstory is, as to what his exact reason was, other than just fun, random entertainment. We've seen him all over Tomorrowland. He seems like a really good addition, especially if a major attraction goes down like Space Mountain. He definitely runs out and kind of saves the day and calms down the guests. So it's really cool to see that. He's a ton of fun, kind of interactive like Push was a while ago. So it's nice to see that they've got some more free-roaming entertainment in Tomorrowland. Then, on Thursday, we shared that Johnny Depp was surprising Disneyland guests with his random appearance on the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction. Now, this is something he likes to do every once in a while. He'll basically pretend to be one of the audio animatronics, get in a full costume, full makeup, and act a lot like one of the robotics inside the ride. But this time, he decided to make it a little bit more known that he was, in fact, Johnny Depp, the real person in live form. And so he makes it obvious to these guests who obviously flip out. It was so cool to see him in person. I would have loved to have seen it myself. And it's just great that he was having a lot of fun at the parks, not just enjoying some of the attractions, but actually getting to be part of one of the attractions himself. Continuing on Thursday, we got to learn more about the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout update to the Tower of Terror. Now, we know that there's going to be a bunch of different missions. There'll be different endings, different characters for you to see, and we now know that there will also be different music. So there's going to be songs like Born to be Wild, I Want You Back, Burning Love, Give Up the Funk, Free Ride, and more. These are definitely going to be like some of those older 60s, 70s, and early 80s songs, a lot like the original Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but there's going to be its own collection just for the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout ride. I know the movie's coming out very soon. People have said it is excellent, so I'm hoping the ride and the movie put together are really going to team up and be just such a great attraction and film. Moving on to Friday, we get to see some of the films that are coming out from the Walt Disney Studios. Now, whether this be Lucasfilm, Marvel, Disney Animation, or Disney Pixar, there's so many great films that are going to be coming out from the Walt Disney Company. One of the sooner ones coming out is going to be Ralph Breaks the Internet, Wreck-It Ralph 2, which is coming out November 21st of 2018. I loved the first film. I loved all the nostalgia and like being able to check out the video games, so I hope they go back to that a lot more because I loved being able to like pick out old video games in the background, and that was definitely cool to see. Also coming out that year is going to be The Incredibles 2, the long-awaited Incredibles 2, which I know so many people are excited for. There's also going to be, in 2019, a Captain Marvel's film, Avengers 4, Avengers Infinity War Part 2, Star Wars Episode 9, Toy Story 4, a live-action remake of The Lion King, and so much more. Probably the biggest announcement for 2019, though, was Frozen 2. It's going to be coming out November 27th for the Thanksgiving season, and we already know it's going to be a massive hit. Ending with 2020, we currently only know of two films, the first being Indiana Jones 5. It doesn't have a title yet. We just know that Harrison Ford is going to be reprising his role, and we're also going to have an animation of Gigantic taking on the classic story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Now, on to Saturday, where everyone should be completely jealous of some of the Attractions Magazine crew as they explored Pandora, the world of Avatar at Disney's Animal Kingdom, exactly 1 month before it opened. Now, this included looking at the land during the day, looking at the land during the night, going inside the merchandise area, the main eating area, the bar, and of course riding the 2 new spectacular attractions. Now, I only am going to show certain photos here. Spoiler alert, though, there is going to be stuff in there that Disney has not released prior. So if you don't want to learn any more about Pandora, if you want to be completely surprised, or if you want to wait till we have an official opening day video for May 27th, you can certainly wait till then. You know I'm going to be talking a lot about this. For anyone who does want to know, I can tell you that I'm not going to show you everything right now. There's a lot of stuff that I myself do not want to see already. I don't want to see the nighttime, and I don't want to see inside the attractions. That is what I want to be surprised with. So I'm going to be showing mostly the land areas and little tiny things that aren't as major deal to the entire land in a whole. That being said, holy smoke! Look how beautiful this is. This is incredible. I was able to see some of the floating mountains when I went on a cast member preview of the Satuli Canteen Eatery. First off, it's delicious. It's amazing. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But look how cool this is. We've got the mountains. We've got the landscape. We've got the plants, the foliage, everything. It looks so stinking good. Good enough that you would actually be inspired to not only purchase some of the merchandise there, but even this picture here where you can get your face painted just like one of the Na'vi. As long as you're getting your face painted, you might as well get the shirt and the tail to go with it. That is right, you can get a little miniature tail that's going to go on the back of you so you can be just like one of the Na'vi. That is just one of the many items for sale inside Pandora, the world of Avatar. Also looking here at the Satuli Canteen inside of Pandora, here's some of the different options you'll be able to buy for different meals. The cast preview that I got to do was for the lunchtime. It was so good. My easiest way to describe it is kind of like, well, imagine if Disney made their own version of Chipotle. I'm not saying that because of burritos. I'm just saying the way that you can customize with different meats and toppings and everything. So I know some of the ones that we got to try at the cast member preview included grilled steak, chicken, tofu, and fish, and those are your meats that you get to choose. And then you're able to get what's going to be underneath of it. So there's red potato and sweet potato hash, quinoa, rice and whole grains, and a lot of stuff like that. And then there's toppings where there's everything from vinaigrettes to a weird chimichurri sauce or something like that. And it was very filling. It came out looking way better than your normal quick service meal that you'd get at a theme park. Really nice bowls, handmade, clay bowls and then glass, and just everything just seemed real and authentic, and I love it. And there's so much attention to detail. I'm incredibly excited, and all I got to try was just some of the meal there. We also got to try some of the desserts. So there's the Na'vi cheesecake, which is this delicious blueberry cheesecake with raspberry sauce. So stinking good. I loved it. So there's a lot of great eating options available here inside Pandora. You can check out more, as well as seeing pictures of the nighttime. And if you want to spoil it for yourself, there is a video of the Na'vi River journey and a queue walkthrough of the Flight of the Banshee. So definitely be able to check some of those out. Just even the little bits that I saw, it's incredibly amazing. They've got the world's best animatronics by far, as well as an incredible queue. So if you do want to go ahead with those spoilers, go right ahead. Check it out. There's so much great stuff to see from our first look inside Pandora, the world of Avatar. Finishing it all off, we share the Disney Auditions tweet as they are looking for a Star Wars female character. Now, this female character is Daisy Ridley, which makes us expect that they are going to do a lot more of the Star Wars Galactic Nights, or maybe be able to add her into the daily show. I'm not sure exactly how often that this character will be used inside the park, but the first one that they used for the first Galactic Nights looked amazing. She was so correct to the character, as close as you really could expect any park to offer. So now that they're going to be looking for more of a permanent type position, definitely look out. If you look like Daisy Ridley, if you want to be a permanent Star Wars character inside the park, if you want to be famous, if you want to be amazing, if you want to have the Force, definitely go check that out and make sure to sign up through Disney Auditions. And that is it for this episode of The Weekly Rewind. Now, my question for you this week: did you look at all the pictures for Pandora? Are you going to wait to look at other pictures of Pandora? How do you feel about Avatar in whole if you were able to check out some of the photos or videos? What has you the most excited, and what can you not wait to experience yourself? Thank you so much for watching, and I hope your week is out of this world.